So here we have my 1972 Buick Electra 4-door hardtop. It's in the garage, hasn't been started in a couple of weeks, so I'm going to do a cold start for you. Before we do that, let's have a quick peek under the hood. And I took the air filter off, so there's the Sniper throttle body EFI system and the associated fuel pressure regulator filter up here. We have a ground disconnect on the battery to stop any parasitic drain while it's sitting here doing nothing, and the Hyperspark distributor, all controlled by the ECU and the Sniper, and the Sniper ignition box and coil. So I'll get it buttoned back up and let's go start it. Okay, hood's down, battery disconnect's off. We're sitting in the cockpit, so let's get her started up. No pumping necessary, no priming, no choke to mess about with. We'll just turn and go. Might take a couple of cranks because it's cold, but we got power on. We have the Sniper monitor here, so we'll wait for that to come up, and we can hear that the fuel pump is primed. It's an electric pump in the new fuel tank in the back, so let's give it a go. Well, that took a little longer than usual, but it's been cold and it hasn't been started for probably a month. But we're up and running, so I'll pull it out of the garage and we'll take another look. I forgot to mention the not particularly new but fully serviceable Kenwood deck in here. Has a backup camera, which is handy in a 20-foot car. Also supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but also has a built-in Garmin GPS. Maps need updating, but it helps. It's in a custom console. I just put speakers in the front just to have. Here we are. We'll take a look in the trunk. Here's the spare, brand new, never been put on, never been run. The same size make of tire as all the ones on the car. And I took the mat out, so you can see no real corrosion, just a little bit of surface in here, which is pretty indicative of the car as a whole. It's pretty damn tidy for a 50-something-year-old car. The wiring is when I ran power for the in-tank fuel pump, I ran a spare into the trunk just in case, and some speaker wires for some rear speakers, which I've never fitted because I'm mostly deaf. And there we have it. It's pretty cool. This is just whatever that is, spilled from something. I think glue that holds down the rubber mat, which I took out, and that's just floating in there. So there we have it. Okay, so let's have a look around the outside of this lovely beast. All 20 feet of it. We got good chrome. Everything looks pretty nice. Side markers. We have the American Racing Torq Thrust II wheels, 18/8, all four corners, and a full size. Another one in the there's a spare in the trunk. Willwood calipers and bare slotted drilled rotors on the front helps it stop. There's a little bit of sign of possible corrosion coming on here, the usual places, but it's all solid, and it's been like that since I've had the car about 6.5 years. Otherwise, we're in pretty good shape. The paint is all original. Some of the upper surfaces show sun damage. And there's 50 years of little dings and scratches, but nothing major. Come around the back. We have a full stainless steel exhaust with brush flow masters, whatever they're called, on the back here, cherry ball. So it sounds a little sporty. in the back window, bottom left corner of the back window, there's an old repair. I guess it leaked at some point. There's small amount of corrosion in the trunk, and this was epoxy down, but this has been like it since I had the vehicle and never had any water intrusion. But then I didn't take it out when it was wet either. So there we go. Interior in the rear is all original. No sagging in the roof liner. And the front bench was reupholstered in original materials, originally sourced cloth and vinyl. So it's sparkly new, and it all looks pretty good. We have an every which way power front bench, which all works, and we have 4 electric windows, all of which work with varying degrees of enthusiasm. So you can pull all your windows down when you're cruising along, or pull them up if it gets a little breezy, but it's nice with the windows down. So that's about it. Can't think of anything else to add. She's a good looker in pictures and from 30 feet. Like I say, when you get up real close, you'll start to see a few little chips and dings, a little bit of sun hazing, and that's it. It's a beast of a car, but it's real nice.